Hello, buddy. Oh god. Wait, what? Where's that sound from? I love it.
Sorry, it was Twin Peaks. I keep forgetting I have that as my intro when I come into
I
VCs.
love it. I adore it. One second.
Hi.
Let me set this up. Hold on. Cause I wait one second. One second. Do I have it here? There you go. So wait. Let me take this. Let me take this up. So hi. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Yeah. And
Hi.
this. I don't know how long this has been, but this is your second, third show. What
Yeah.
what I wanted to ask you since I touched upon how Maggot, who again love you Maggot, you my guy, was go to Wasp Masters and say that. Um, do you have people in your OnlyFans circle that brag about that stuff, and like do you think that people are talking too much shit or whatnot, or do you think it's just all talk in your opinion?
It depends. I don't know. It depends. I mean, like if they want to start an OnlyFans, right? Is that what you're
Yeah,
saying? Or if they're
yeah.
just
There
talking
was
about their
yeah, like they're starting to do it, and then they say, "I have the best things here," and then like, do you think it just in their mind they have the best body or whatnot, and they just want to convince themselves to do it, or like or the better question is that do you think there should be like a do you think that there should be certain types of people or certain type of women that should do OnlyFans in your opinion?
I mean, obviously anybody can do it. Anyone can do it. But you have to have I found this out. You have to have a really like stern mindset. Like because I already had people trying to get shit for free.
Oh yeah,
Um
talk about that. So, for
yeah.
first and foremost, what prompted you to start this journey of yours?
Um it's actually like so I started out on a whim just making it and I was like, okay, finally, like I'll do it. But like 3 years ago when I first started coming around, that's when a lot of people were like kind of confused, I guess, of where I came from. Um, because I was in Salvo's circle and they didn't understand like how that connection was. And a lot of people, like I know 80/30, for example, asked if I was an OnlyFans model, and that's how that started. And then I had other people saying I should have started one, that I should do one. So finally, um, like a month ago, or no, beginning of the month, I was like, you know what, I'll do it. Funny enough, I talked to my mom and I was like, would you be okay with that? Like, how do you feel testing the waters? And she was fine with it. So I was like, okay, well, if you're fine with it and all that stuff, then I'll do it. I have no problem doing it. I already had the other shit happen. So,
Right? What? Okay, that is you. I think you have touch upon that because we were talking about that with Flatly, because I posed the question: would you want to date or be in a relationship with someone that does OnlyFans? And Flatly made the point of saying, you know, I wouldn't want my kids to feel bullied that their mom does OnlyFans because it
right.
now it's a big gotcha. When you would think about doing it, I know you spoke to your mom about that, but would you be worried about your kids being caught in the crossfire, be like, "Oh, my mom does OnlyFans"?
It did cross my mind. Um, I mean, right now my kids are young. My oldest is 12 or about to be
Uh,
12. So like she kind of knows, like I mean she doesn't know, but she gets it, I guess. But she was like, don't worry about it. My daughter's the type where she's like, I don't care. And if anybody says anything, like screw them kind of attitude. So it did cross my mind though of like, I don't want my son going to school and people being like, I saw your mom, and like doing that kind of shit.
of course.
Like, but I mean, I I try to keep it separate. I'm gonna try my best at least. It's still brand new to it, but I'm gonna try to keep it as separate as I can, and I'm trying to keep it within like the community at least.
Okay,
If
fair
that makes
enough.
sense.
Okay, so
Yeah.
when you was when you started out doing this journey, did anyone assist you on how to start it, or what you should be posting, what you should not be posting? If you could go into that for a little bit.
Mm, not really. I would ask like one of my friends. She used to do OnlyFans, so I would ask her like how much she charged, that kind of stuff, questions like that. But like as far as what I posted, that was up to me. Like my whole rule is like I'll post boobs just for free on my page, right? But like anything else, you're gonna have to pay for. I'm not doing that. I'm fine going topless or whatever. Everything else you have to pay for. So that was my one rule, like of what I posted. Um, but yeah, like no one's really like told me what I can and can't post. I mean, other than when my dad found out, he was like worried about what I was posting and like trying to be
Right.
safe and please don't do this and do that. Like other than that, and him being a dad and being worried,
Of
um,
course.
I've never had anybody come in and be like, "You can't do this." Plus, I'm single anyway, so like I'll post whatever the hell I want. Shit.
Now, okay. Now, if can you go into your view or detail about? I'm sorry. What is your stance on people automatically asking you for free stuff, like coming
What
to
am
your
I view?
like? Yeah, what are your views on like on people asking you, "Hey, Sin, can I get this for free?" or whatever the case is. Like, do you think they're taking
Um,
advantage of?
I don't like it. I immediately, especially when it is on OnlyFans too. And I've already came across one person in particular. I told you about that person.
Yeah, yeah,
Um, I don't like it. Automatically, it irritates me, and I'm like, you know why you're here. I post like I don't care if you're horny. I don't care if you're feeling this way. Like I've posted enough, and you didn't even interact with the post I did post for free. So the fact that you want me to give you more for no money, no sir, like that's not how it works here. Like, um, and his whole thing was like, well, I can't have it on my bank statement, and I need a new house. That's not my issue. That's
yeah.
not
Wait,
my
he said
problem.
that
Then
to
don't.
you?
Yeah, he goes,
No.
don't on my bank statement because I need a new house and I'm trying to get a new apartment. I think he's hiding it from a girlfriend because to me that does not make sense. Um, but regardless, either way, that's not my problem. And I'm trying to make money. You came here. I didn't ask you to come here. You came here and you're trying to get free shit. Like, no, sir. No. I'm not doing that. And I try to be, yeah, well, I'm always told I'm too nice anyway. And even when I try to sell him something, he goes, "Oh." At first, he goes, "Oh, I can't afford that." And I go, "Well, I can make it cheaper." Now, by cheaper, I'm saying like I'll take $5 off. I mean that, whatever, or whatever the case may be. Like, but no, he just wanted it for free. And that's it. And immediately right there, I was like, "Nope, I don't want it." He's lucky I didn't restrict him right there. No, I don't put up with it. I can't. Like, I'm and this all started too because I just, you know, it's it's rough out there as we all know. So I'm doing
but
it for fun mostly, but for the extra cash as well. Why not?
you know what bothers me is like, okay, listen, okay, you put a fair price. First of all, your sub
Mhm.
is what, $6 at the moment.
Right now, it's a promotion right now for an entire month is $6.
Six
And then it'll be
dollars.
up to 10. Yeah.
Okay, so it's $6 right now. It's $6, which again,
Yeah.
if you guys like great content, Sin is the best for it. But regardless, it's $6. You pretty much give good content for $6. It's not like here's the thing. I know people that have you subscribe and then everything else is like, oh, you have to pay for this, and this. I'm like, wait, I gave you a subscription. Why do I need to pay more for the majority of your pictures? I can understand if it's like maybe one or two, but it's like whatever, fine. But the fact that people have the audacity to like ask for free stuff, it's like, what do you want this
Yeah.
person to do? You like do you want like where does it end? It's like if you give a mouse a cookie, okay, I'll give you this topless picture. Now
Mhm.
what? Okay,
Right.
now I want bottom pics. Okay, fine, because
And
you
yeah.
sorry you please go on. What?
Oh no, and that's the other thing. He was like, "Well, I want to sext." Okay, but I'm gonna have to charge for that. And I even told him right up front. Um, I don't know really like because I'm still brand new. I don't know how that works, like charging for sexting, and I know some girls do that. So I'm still trying to learn how that works. But I told him up front, like, if I send you anything, it's gonna be pay per view. It's not gonna be me just sending you shit because like the fuck, like no, and he's lucky I'm confused about the fucking pay per view sexting part because I was just gonna let that slide and be like, okay, I'll make my money, just give it in pictures. And the thing he said was, well, let's just see how it goes. And I'm like, okay, sure. And he started getting, I mean, he already gave me a weird vibe anyway from the very beginning because he messaged me saying, like, oh, you're so pretty, you're so beautiful. And mind you, I live in California, right? And by the time he messaged me, it was the weekend and it was 11 a.m. And I'm like, oh, thank you. I just woke
11
up. I'm about to
a.m.
get ready.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's 11 a.m. And I'm like, thank you. I just woke up. I'm trying to get small talk with him, right? I try to be like chill with these people. You know what I mean? And he goes, haha, lazy bitch. And I go, oh, excuse me.
wait,
What the
wait,
fuck?
wait, no. He's wait. You woke up at 11 a.m.
Yeah.
and mind you, he wants free stuff from you, right? So
That's
he's
free
out here.
shit,
He going to a lazy. Oh god,
bitch. And
bro.
I'm like, I slide, I go, haha, and that's when the whole like, I want to sex, and I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to charge you. And then he's like, well, we'll see how it goes. And then, he starts talking, and then I send him something. That's when the whole, I can't do that. I can't show up on my bank statements, blah, 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 blah. It's like, how is that my problem? How is that my issue? Like, that's not, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't. And I put my foot down right there because it was like, I'm not dealing with you. And from there on, I excluded him from every message I've sent of like pay per view stuff because that just bugged me so much. It
That
really
was
did. It
so
irked me.
disrespectful. Like, bro.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
wait. She's not your. Okay. Okay. Imagine the women who do more than just pictures. They actually do extreme stuff. If you catch my drift. Can you imagine
Right.
the? Can you imagine the entitlement? Yeah. Can I get a free 5 minutes from you? Like, wait, what?
Yeah.
Like,
It's
bro, what
no.
is this?
Yeah. It gets weird, and it's like if you want free shit, go to Pornhub. You're here for a reason, right? Like it's not
Exactly.
like I'm not. No, like no. And it was bad vibes all around. 1 second, let me deal with something real quick.
Got you. Okay, I really hate. Oh, hold on, I'm gonna like. Well, when she comes back. But you see, guys, when it comes to like, and this is very interesting, and like, I think with YouTube and commentary and OnlyFans, it goes hand in hand a little bit. That's how I think of it. And it's like you can't be asking for free stuff, and then expect, and then are you actually being a good supporter, or you just want something? Do you want free stuff from someone that you kind of know?
Mhm.
and not have to pay for it. You clicked it.
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
I heard a little bit of what you said. Yeah, it's like it. It's just irritating. It's irritating because like I also made my page a paid page for a multitude of reasons. Um, so that's what irks me too. It's like it's a paid page. I don't owe you anything. Like at this point, it's my rules of what I post,
Yes.
and I'm not just gonna give you a vagina shot just because you paid $6 to be here. Like, no, sir, no, like,
No.
it's not. It's not happening. And I'll like, and that's the other thing too. Like, I've posted enough of my body for free. Like once you're on my page, I posted enough of myself. Like I've posted selfies, I post topless, and that's I'm not doing raunchy ass shit on there, right?
No. No.
Like as I put it, like tasteful as I possibly can. And that's what I've tried to stick to. Um, but he hasn't even interacted with that. Like you're not even liking those pictures. And you're not even commenting. How do you what?
What?
And
You're
you're
not
gonna
even a
come into
real
my DMs
fan.
after yourself? Yeah.
You're
And then
not
you
even a
come
real
in here
fan.
act like I owe you something. Like
You,
it's insane.
but here's my question to you, Sin. What if you
Mhm.
had someone that's the opposite of that? What if you had someone that was like commenting on every post, like every picture was like super duper, hi beautiful, how you doing? I hope you're doing well. Like, if you like, would you appreciate the opposite of those reactions, or would you find that equally as creepy?
It depends. It depends on if it's like very like how do I explain there's a certain way you go about it.
Okay, okay.
Like if a guy is like, "Hey, beautiful," in the morning, right, and then leaves it there until I message back and be like, "Oh, hi," that's one thing. And if they're like interacting and doing all those things and they're being pretty normal, I'm the type of person that'll be like, "Okay, I see that, and I'll give you a discount because you're supporting me." Now if it's somebody who's like, that's how I am, and I feel bad even charging for people, even though that's what I'm here to do. Is like I'm trying to get money from selling this, but like at the same time, I always feel bad, and I'm always like, "Is that too expensive? Please tell me if that's too expensive." Like that's me.
Right.
And but if I
You so kind.
yeah, I if somebody's like, "Hey, beautiful," and then they're like paragraph on paragraph on paragraph, like one after the other kind of thing, then where I'm like, "Oh, that's kind of weird," and they're just being very weird and maybe aggressive, maybe something like that, then I would be like, okay, like
Weird
maybe not as
like
friendly,
weird as in
like
like weird as in like nice guy weird.
super, yeah, like that creepy kind of nice guy. Because like I feel like those are the ones you kind of have to watch out for, honestly.
Wow.
Um,
I
but
gotta watch my. No, okay. No. Well,
because it's fine,
I
it's one
never.
thing.
Uh,
Uh,
no, I never did that to you,
so,
right?
oh no! You've always been nice to me.
Yeah, because I'm like,
Yeah,
hey, what's up? I like this. Do more of this. Okay, got it. Okay, have a good day. Bye. And I have
yeah,
to leave you the fuck alone.
yeah. Yeah, no, you've helped me out a lot too with it because, like, again, I just started. I've I think the most likes I've gotten so far is like 6 likes, I think,
On a
on
picture?
pictures.
Oh, that's
Yeah, and
good.
I'm already on the top 20% or close to 20% actually. I'm the according to OnlyFans. Like even today, I haven't really posted much, but 8-Bit Eric shout me out last night,
Oh
and he was like,
boy,
"Sin has an
you
OnlyFans," and
you want
and
to talk?
one,
You feel comfortable talking? Would you feel comfortable talking about that story about Epic Eric and the whole thing, or?
oh yeah, no, it happened last night. His stream last night, you can see it. It was kind of weird too because, well, I'm his mod as well,
Oh my god!
and so what happened was he so he's like, oh, like he's telling me I'll promote you, and we'll do this when everybody comes in, da da da. And I'm like, cool, thank you. And then he starts it off like where he's playing his game and he goes, somebody made a perverted joke, one of his fans, and then he goes, speaking of, Sin has an OnlyFans, and he goes, Sin, you
Oh,
can link it. I linked it, and it was really weird because he has another mod who, some of you, oh my god, my camera goes blurry. Oh my god, some of you might know him, Tim's
okay.
House of Horror Media. Okay,
Oh my god.
that's his other mod, and I don't know if he was like joking or what. I don't. If it was joking, it came off very like
On
weird.
the
I don't
nose.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, because he's like, "What are you desperate for money?"
Oh my god, that's such a gay thing to. Okay, sorry. Okay,
Right?
yeah.
Yeah. No, it took me off guard because I'm like, I wasn't even talking to this guy. Like, I'm like ignoring him. And then there's other people in his chat that were like supportive, and they were like, "Go, like like yay, doing all this stuff for me, right?" And I'm linking it, and you have this guy just sitting here, just like, "What are you desperate for
You
money?" And then
wait,
he was like,
quick thing. I'm sorry to cut you off. This
mm,
this is the same man that has fought Triton. So that's interesting.
"Yeah,"
That he that's
which is weird.
fascinating.
Yeah, and yeah, I knew about that history too. Like, I could read some of this. Like I said, I thought I was like, I don't know if it's all jokes or what, but it's kind of weird. And even 8-Bit Eric told me like, hey, like it's fine, don't worry about it, you know. But so yeah, like 8-Bit Eric says that, and then House of Horror Media, Sin, you telling me you desperate for money, and then you have somebody else saying, Sin, how to find you? Sin is fucking fire. These are the comments. And then, Sin, do you run it yourself? And then he donates $2, and then he goes, tins, right? He donates $2.
Yeah.
Anyone on OF is desperate for money. Also join mine. That's his donation. And then even 8-Bit Eric was like, dude, chill out. Like, stop. And someone else goes, Sin is good vibes. Sin, I want to DoorDash dinner to you just to say hi. I was getting comments like that, and then I donated him like $5, and I said, "Thank you for helping me out, dude. Heart, appreciate it." So I get 6 likes on that, and then here comes Tim's right after me. Hashtag Sin in her OnlyFans, and I'm like sitting there going, "What is wrong here?" And then the next part was him saying, "Sin, well, I have some spare change. I'll send some your way." Which I read that as spare change. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? So I go, haha, I don't know. Oh, wait, excuse me. He goes, I don't really care to see nudes. I just like helping. And I go, need more than a few change, lol. Like I'm worth more than a few change is what I meant. And then I guess he got upset about that. I don't know, because Eric was like, dude, she was joking. She's joking. But yeah, like I took that as like a little diss too. I'm like, spare change. Like, I don't want your spare change.
That is so
Sorry.
disrespectful, bro. That is so. First of all,
It was weird.
okay. Please continue. I'm sorry. Go on.
Oh no, I was just saying it was just a weird interaction. But he shouted me out, and then this morning I woke up to a sub from 8-Bit Eric's side of things, and that person I already made not only the money from them subbing, but I made like $38 just for fucking existing, essentially.
Oh boy.
Because I didn't even post anything. And he tipped me $10, and he tipped me another $5, and then he spent another like 15 or so on something else. And I was like, whoa, like what? Wait. And I was hitting like a dry spell because I wasn't posting for a bit because I had my dad was sick and things like that. So I was dealing with that. And so I was hitting like a little dry spell. But yeah, I mean that was cool though. That like just $38 after just doing nothing. I didn't post anything. I didn't, all I told him was I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And he was like, here's some birthday money. Like, just giving me money. And yeah, it was cool.
Damn. So you were telling me this story, and I think we came to the conclusion that the reason why Tim was acting the way he was is because maybe he likes you and he wants to be with you. Like, did you get that kind of vibe with Tim's?
I mean, here's the thing too. Because okay, so at one point, and again, this is all on Eric's stream. You can watch this. I'm sorry. Eric was like, okay, Sin, stop. He's pretty much saying like, stop giving her attention. I'm the star here. Stop giving her attention. He's playing with me, right?
Right, right.
And I'm laughing, and and everybody else is like kind of playing along as well. Tim's comes in and says, Eric is felting Sin. And he goes, no, I'm not felting anybody. Sin gets it. Sin, and I was like, I said something like, Eric's the star of the show. I can't be stealing it or some shit. And Eric's like, yeah, see, she gets it. And all of a sudden, I guess Eric, I don't know, because see, at this point, I was also kind of like half asleep as well. It was towards the end of the stream.
Got you.
So I'm pretty much listening to it. At this point, I'm not that active in the chat. But I hear Eric mention me again, and then he was like pretty much promoting it again. And then I guess Tim said something like, what do you mean? Or he said something like, what do you mean she is gorgeous? Sin is the prettiest girl I've ever seen. And Eric's like, well, I never said. Yeah, he said that. And then Eric goes, well, I never said she wasn't. She's gorgeous. And that's what I kind of like woke up and I was like, what? And I went to my phone. I go, oh, thank you. Yeah. And then I closed my phone again. But it was like interactions like that. Like that's where it ended off on, was him saying, what do you mean? She's the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. Like that
What
kind
the
of
fuck is this? Is this fucking High School Musical? Like,
it's so
like,
weird.
it's like you want to be like, Sin, recognize me, Senpai. Listen. Dead of Tim's. Listen, my guy. Look. If you want Sin to like you, how about you be supportive, and even if you don't want to see all the goodness, just be nice. Just smile and be like, Sin, good for you. I hope you do well in your future endeavors. Okay, bye. That's it. But you out here donating $2. People with OnlyFans are desperate for money. Donate to my OnlyFans. What? And then all of a sudden you want to talk about Sin's gorgeous? I mean, you're not lying, but the thing is that what you said before, it's just like, what? Were you just being an alpha male or a cuck? I don't fucking know. And the thing is that what now if by you saying she's gorgeous, what, you think she's going to give you a discount? You think she's going to give you a free show? This is not how it works, baby. No. You want it, you got to pay for it. That's it. And look, to be fair, you could be an asshole. You could charge so much more, but the fact that you being fair with this stuff is amazing. I've seen people. I like in your mind. Let me ask you this: in your mind, do you think that there would be a picture, or is there a picture, or do you think there will be a picture that you think could be valued highly, like upper 20s, 30s, maybe $50?
If it was probably me having sex with someone, probably, yeah. If it was something like that, maybe.
Oh damn!
But yeah,
entertainment don't come cheap, friend. And entertainment don't come cheap, friends. Holy fuck! Now I know that around the neck of the woods there have been people that have been very mean to you around the block, especially since you were Salvo's mod back in the day. Do you think that now that you have an OnlyFans and now this is public, do you think people are sneakily wanting to subscribe to you and look at the stuff because they used to have a hate boner for you and now they want to pay to see your stuff, or what?
I'm sure there is, because a lot of people got my aliases on there. I mean, I mean, Skelly, for example, right? I was never mentioned, like, he would never call me by name. It was always Salvo Z whore,
Oh
whore,
yeah.
anything like that. And he come to find out, he's the one that apparently was asking for my nudes from Echo. So
Oh damn! Really?
I'm
I didn't. That's crazy. Who would
yeah.
think the fucking Guna would be gooning after Salvo was a quote unquote Ehud? Shocking, right?
And that's the funny part too. It's like just because I've always said this too, like just because I'm mod for Salvo, it doesn't mean I'm an exact copy of him. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. Like we're totally
So,
two different people.
so guys,
Total.
so wait. If I make Sid my mod, if she's Huggies or Ehor, I'm confused on that. Just because someone's a mod doesn't mean anything. It just she's a mod. But I'm sorry. Continue. Continue.
I think it's because of some of the things that the jokes, you know, and things like that. I think
Yeah.
that's where the whole e-horror thing came from, and people wondering too much about what's going on. Um, but yeah, it's weird. It is very weird that Skelly of all people, the one that hated me so much because I fucked with his friend Colton. I trolled Colton. He's so upset about it that he will never call me by my name ever again. It's just Salvo Zihor. Which is so funny to me. It's like, you're what? Because Colton came to my DMs acting like a white knight, being like, are you still his mod after all this? After a fucking debate where really nobody really won, honestly.
Okay.
Um, and he's like, are you still his mod after all this? Oh my god. And then he's talking about wrapping me up in blankets and shit, like a Cars blanket he has. It's so cringy. I have the whole thing like screen recorded, the whole DMs. And I find it funny that a lot of people are like, oh, he trolled you. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Because if you read the DMs, which I've never posted because
Because you're a
I
good
heard
person,
from
then of course.
well, yeah, because like I heard from somebody that he was getting a lot of shit during this time as well, and this was 2 years ago. Yeah, 2023. So Halloween 2023.
Yeah.
He was going through some shit around early November, and somebody told me he was like suicidal and things
Oh
like
my
that, and I was like,
god.
I don't know if that's true or not, but because I know Abby Blackbird wanted the video. Some people wanted the video because there was a video call of me and Colton. It was 4 hours long, and it's so
What?
cringy.
Four
He would
hours?
not like 4 hours. He wanted to watch Monster House with me.
Wait, what?
So I watched Monster House.
I'm sorry to be a boomer, but what the fuck is Monster House? Is that like a kid show or
It's like
whatnot?
okay. Here's the funny part. Des picked out the movie because we were like, "What is a Halloween version of Polar Express?" If you remember that.
Oh yeah, I love Polar
Um,
Express.
Okay, and do you remember his drama before? It was like what, 5 years ago or so,
I don't
where
remember.
he was on.
I'm not a Colton whatever, but what can you remind me of the drama that happened?
So from what I remember was he. I think it was. I don't know if it was in person or if it was on Discord, but he essentially was watching Polar Express with a girl uh, that he met
Oh,
online, and he was like, I guess jerking off or some shit.
ew, what the fuck?
This is I'm going by memory. I'm going by memory.
Okay, go back.
I just remember
Right.
this. Yeah. So all I remember was he was watching this movie with this girl and trying to take it a step further and all this stuff. So we were like, okay, what's the equivalent, like Halloween equivalent to Polar Express? Monster House. Okay. So I brought up Monster House to him and he was like, yeah, that's fine. Meanwhile, he didn't know this, but the first like 30 minutes of the call, Des, Salvo, and another one of the mods was there listening. They all left me because it was so fucking cringy, and I was sitting. It's all recorded too. You see me panicking, where I'm like, "Please don't leave me alone. Please don't leave me alone. Please, we'll come back, come back." Yeah, like I'm freaking out. But I got stuck in this call for 4 hours with him,
Jesus
and he was showing me
Christ.
his Lego collection, his pictures of. when he met the cast of Ghostbusters. Like, it's a lot. He showed me the video of him and I guess Fuzi and Keem dancing to Michael Jackson, but they're like laughing at him. And I'm like, what is going on? This is like, I had to drink that night because I was like, I can't do this alone.
Wait,
Everybody left me.
wait. Sin. I know you're a wonderful,
Yeah.
God-fearing, lovely person, but did you feel bad for this man? Like, did you feel
I
pity?
did. I did. And I actually was, after that all happened, I felt so bad. And that's why I didn't want the video out there. Like, it's okay to laugh at. I'm fine with that. I didn't want to embarrass him more. And then I also didn't know if that suicidal thing was true or not. So I was
Right.
like, I don't want to test it. If he is or not, I don't know, but I don't want to test it, and I don't want that on my shoulders.
Of
Like,
course.
if something happened. So I didn't want it out there.
But 4
but a lot of
hours,
people,
Sin. For 4 hours, Sin.
yeah.
Looking at his
And that's the thing
Legos.
too. And here's the thing too. So like Salvo went on Sen's stream, right?
Yeah.
And Colton called in trying to get a gotcha on Salvo. And Salvo goes, well, how was Halloween night? I heard you spent it with one of my mods, Sen. And Sen is like, oh, what? Yeah. And Colton automatically just, he does, you know how he does that thing where he's like, he gets louder, he won't let you talk. He's like,
Oh yeah.
every time you try to say something, he's yelling over you. So he was doing that to Salvo. And he's like, but you guys didn't know it. I was trolling you guys. You guys weren't trolling me. I knew what you were up to. And I'm sitting there going, no, he did not. Because then he would have known that they were all listening in the beginning.
They
But
loved
on
you.
top of that, yeah, and eventually they did leave. But it was so cringy they had to leave. That was the thing. So, but the thing was, he got embarrassed and he tried to explain it, and Sen was like, Colton, like, how long were you in this call for? And Colton goes, 4 hours maybe. And he goes, well, if it was a troll that you were trolling then, why did you stay in a call for 4 hours with this girl? And this is the first time I think talked to Sen too, where he was like, and I'm sure she's nice and all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, no, like, we stayed in this call for 4 hours and he's just showing me his Legos and stuff. If that's him trolling, weak. That was weak trolling. That, you wouldn't let me talk. You wouldn't let me say anything. It was just about your Legos and about a movie he wanted to make and all this other crap. And it was so stupid. Like I said, I have the whole thing recorded.
You know what? You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of like of a guy who has the prettiest girl ever, and and there's no parents. It's a free house. He takes the girl
Yeah.
to his room, and instead of doing the do, he just shows them his Star Wars collection. He's got a fucking he's got like a big life size version of a Boba Fett. And the girl's like giving him, like, you're not giving him hints, but like the girl's giving the guy hints, and it's like, no, but I have to tell you about I gotta tell you about the Lord of the Rings, the lore about Lord of the Rings. I'm like, bro,
Right.
you have this,
And
you have this
he's
hot
like
girl in for 4 hours. You mean to tell me that you didn't think of like flirting with her, talking to her, getting to know her? No, you want to talk about your shit. You're like, I'm trolling. But yeah, I'm sorry, you were saying?
no, you're right. No, it's funny because like I'm sitting there the whole time, just I'm drinking whiskey the entire time, just like I can't do
You're
this.
drinking whiskey?
Like,
Oh god. So
and
bad.
I'm sitting there like the whole time I'm being fed too, like try to get this from him, try to get, because again he came to me. Oh, and this is another thing he said. He wanted me to give Salvo a dox to see if Salvo would dox somebody, which pissed all of us off because we were like, what the fuck is this? And I told him, no, we're not doing that. And no, he wouldn't do that. Like, no. And he goes, but it's just to test it out. Why would you ask me that? Though I'm his mod. Like, why would you ask me that? And then you're trying to, like, I don't know, white knife for me. Like, at the same time, like, you're trying to save me from Salvo. Weirdly, it's all weird. And then him trying to it's like trying to defend himself too. It was weird, and then his whole like entourage, whatever that was, Skelly and all those people, thought I was this big evil person. Oh, and that was another thing. They tried to say I was catfishing, even though I had my camera on the entire time.
How are you
Same
catfishing?
person in the pictures. I don't know, but apparently I was catfishing, and I
What
had
do
no
you
idea I was doing
what
it.
do you mean catfishing is if you show an image of yourself but you really are a different person? Like Skelly, I really hope you didn't say all this. I hope that wasn't your narrative, buddy. For
It
heaven's
was
sake,
mostly
Betsy.
Colton. Yeah, they were all saying it. They were all
Oh
saying
my.
I was catfishing.
Also,
It's so stupid.
like, so speak. By the way, I touched. I don't know if you did from the beginning of the stream, but like, I was talking about Skelly. Now Skelly has been
Mhm.
would get so mad because I was like, grilling him about his content, like how he has 18 viewers on a fucking Logan Paul
Yeah,
stream, whatever. So he's out here saying, "Oh, Huggy's a bad person." He just
yeah,
insinuates I'm a very bad person. So like the thing is that when I heard from the grapevine that he was being a gooner on with Echo and stuff,
yeah,
my question is like, no, and then he goes on public and he says the maggot has the best stuff in the world. So my thing is that are you the like Skelly, are you the type of person to are you the type of person that wants to shit talk women but will pay them for their sexiness? Like, do you have a crush on Sin? That's what I'm curious about. Like, and also, in your opinion, do you think if given an opportunity for a free sub, do you think Skelly would take it?
yeah, probably.
Probably. And no, for anyone
Yeah.
that's watching, I'm not doing this interview or this chit chat for anything else. I'm just here supporting a friend. No, that hell if anything I would pay double full price for it because I believe in the stuff that she's doing because it's always
Thank
good to
you.
support your friends. Fantastic. Hell, I wish there were more people to support their friends when they're doing OFs and try to not get them to do, you know, basically amateur stuff. You don't I'm a proponent. I don't know if you agree with me, Sin, on this. I like the pictures are great, but the moment
Thank
you
you.
go into like extracurricular stuff, I
Mhm.
think I think you put yourself in a very negative place. In your view, um, how would you feel about doing collaborations with people? Do you think that's like a something that you really do you feel like doing collaborations would be something you'll be desperate to do, or do you think that would be like a natural evolution to your channel? Or would you not do it at
I
all?
think. I think. I mean, probably eventually. I
Okay.
think depends on the person. Who would I would do the collab with, and how comfortable I feel like with them, around them, that kind of
Mm-hmm.
thing. But I probably would. I'd be open to the idea. Like right now, it's
Pictures and stuff.
solo. Yeah,
Right. Of
and
course, of course.
so I think I'm slowly just trying to find like what I even told somebody else I know the same thing too. Like I'm still trying to find like a sweet spot pretty much of what I'm totally comfortable posting, and it could change. I might do more. I don't know yet, but I know right now, um anything raunchy I would charge for. But as far as like boobs go, as far as like uh whatever, just pictures, bra, whatever. Um that I'll post regardless. If you're subscribed to it, you'll see it. Lingerie, that kind of stuff. But like,
Right.
yeah, anything else, anything else, yeah, I'm gonna charge
Here,
for. And I even try to go by like, say it's a video, um, $1 a minute, which I think is pretty fair, honestly.
well, for sexting.
if I send a video
Oh,
of
oh, oh,
whatever it
oh,
is.
damn. That'll admit.
I
Damn.
thought that was
Okay.
fair.
Yo, that you know what that type of scheme, you know that reminds me of phone sex lines. No, wait, was it $1 a
Yeah,
minute? Was it $1 a minute or $5 a minute? I forgot. But yes, I like that
I
idea.
yeah, and then like still trying to figure out the sexing part. I'm still trying to decide if I'm even comfortable doing the sexting part because you know, it's I don't know who these guys are, and to me, it's like I'm fine with the transaction part of it. I don't know how I feel yet with the
Here,
sexting part.
here's the, I don't know if and please tell me if I'm repeating my question or whatnot, but like, how would you feel if there was someone that's like, that becomes parasocial to you? Like, in their mind, they're thinking that you are their friend or their pretend girlfriend. Like,
Mhm.
and again, they're not being overly weird. It's just like they just think themselves like you're my girlfriend or whatever. How do you worry that if you do this open communication or this paid communication, do you think it might lead to that? And if so, how would you feel about that?
It might lead to that, and honestly, and I guess it depends on how it goes too. Because if it starts getting where it's like I need to be worried and probably get a restraining order, that's but like I would I'm the type of person too that would put a stop to it. Like, hey, it's not if you see me as a girlfriend, like no, it's not.
Where they
I mean,
where
I'll
they
be here.
where they say, can I buy you flowers? Can I send you flowers? What do you would you feel weird about that?
If they sent me flowers,
No, no, no. If they ask you, can I send you flowers or something, would you
oh
feel
yeah,
weird about that?
yeah, because to me that would be like, okay, well, why would you want to do that? Because then you would have to find my address and things like no, no.
No.
Like I'm thinking about my safety in this.
Lord,
I'm trying to think of my safety. I got things I need to protect too when I'm getting too into it. But
I
yeah,
now I know now I don't know if everyone knows about you, but you're into tarot cards, right?
yes.
Okay.
I haven't
Would
done it in
you?
a while actually.
Yes. I don't know if you owe me a. I'm not saying for now. I'm just thinking out loud because I thought. Cause I'm thinking you said you were reading me or whatever, but that's. But it did leads to an idea I have. What
Yeah.
if you consider doing raunchy tarot readings?
Brunch tarot readings. There are decks that are for that. There's like sex tarot decks and things like that.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You see where I'm coming with that? Like that could be that could be someone else, so much else. I mean that's one idea. That's by the way that's up for grabs. I did want to ask. When you decided to do OnlyFans, was there like a moment in your decision that you wanted to do cam sites, or was that way out of your pay? Or would that have been way too kooky for you to do that stuff?
I I consider it. I heard there was a website called Slushy, which is pretty much like a OnlyFans mixed with a TikTok, essentially. I heard of that, and I was like, maybe, but I don't know. Because like, I have my TikTok right now. First of all, I got banned. My first account got banned.
Why?
So for fucking just linking it on a link tree, my OnlyFans, or some shit. It was some weird shit that had to do with linking my OnlyFans, and I was like, what the fuck? Because I already have like, I think 100 people or something like that. I don't know,
Oh god.
but but that's where I had all my like edits of like my Salvo edits and things like that. And luckily, I already had those saved, but I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like some of these had like 700 views and shit, which not a lot on TikTok, but it was a lot for me who doesn't post like that. So I was pretty pissed off. But I had to make a new account, and I thought I'd try to kind of promote on there. I just don't know what to make, honestly. But I can't sit there and be like, subscribe to my OnlyFans because they'll ban you. So strict about it. So I have to like come up with a way of doing it without getting banned. And like what to even make as well. Like I don't even know. Like I don't do content creating in that way. Like I just jump on streams sometimes to screw around. That's pretty much it.
By the
Like
way, yeah, I'm so sorry. Continue. I'm sorry.
oh no, you go ahead.
I no, cause I have this thing in my mind where you're talking. I'm being rude. I'm super sorry, but something came in my
Oh no.
mind, and I don't want to forget. Um, what if, like, in terms of like being okay, how was it hard going to other ladies and asking them to promote you and whatnot? Do you is
Going
that
on a
yeah, going to other OF creators and being like, hey, can you promote me? Like, what? Was it more like a follow for follow type of deal, or was it like actually people care that they like your content, they want to support the content?
it's hard because I so there is a YouTuber that promoted me on her page. She me and her came up with a deal and I paid her $50 to have me on her page. So she promoted me last night. I haven't seen anything yet, but give it a few days. I heard April was a rough month for a lot of OnlyFans people,
What the?
apparently. But
Oh yeah, because of the taxes. Yeah.
taxes and spring break and yeah, weird shit.
Oh God.
But yeah, so we'll see. But I tried doing shout out for shout outs on like Instagram and stuff. It's so hard though because there's so many fucking bots and I keep getting these agencies trying to reach out to me. It's so fun and like literally okay, my one of my best friends, I've known her since I was 14, right? Me and her, she's in my server as well. And like I said, I've known her since I was 14. She also does OnlyFans. And she, me and her, when I first started, I was like, okay, let's do shout out for shout out, right? Like, and I did that for her. She did it back. And then this other girl came out and she was like, can we do a shout out for shout out? Didn't know her. And I was like, that's fine. Yeah, let's do that. I gave her a shout out as well. Well, this random fucking agency who barely spoke good English, by the way, like you can already tell it's a scam. And they they go, oh, this person. They actually took a screenshot of the girl, the random girl that came to me, and was like, "Can we do a shout out?" They took a screenshot of that girl and they said she's a fake. She's pretending to be one of our clients. And I go, oh, really? Like I like messing with them a little bit. Like I like pretending I'm interested in them being like, oh, right. Just fucking with them. So I'm giving them like this, oh no, really? And then they showed the screenshot of my best friend and they were like, and this is our client too. I was like, wait, my best friend since I was 14 is your client as well. And I messaged her and I'm like, are you a fake You know, we were like joking about it, but I was like, are you the fake? Like I've known you for 15, 16 years. Are you the fake one? And like, you know, and all this shit. But they were trying to claim that my best friend was one of their clients and this fake person. And one of them got like really fucking aggressive because I wouldn't hop on their game they were trying to play. Like saying I wasn't going to make, like I have all the tools to make it in the industry, but because I'm not doing this. And they wanted, first of all, they wanted half and half. They said the payment plan would be half and half. I was like, that's, no. And, they started getting aggressive because I was like, well, you know, that's a lot for someone who just started out. I'm gonna have to sit on that. Like, I'm not doing it, but I'm like curious on what they're talking about and like what they're trying to sell and how they're and I'm trying to see if they're like out of pure curiosity of my own and trying to see how aggressive they get. And so I'm like, well, I'm gonna have to sit that out. That's a lot. Like, I can't do that right now. And they're like, well, fine, then you're not going to make it in the top of the industry, da-da-da-da-da. And then, like, 2 days later, they come back, and they say it again. Like, pretty much, you're not going to make it. And I go, really? Because then I sent them a screenshot of how my first week I got in the top 25 of all creators. And I was like, really? Because I'm doing pretty fine on my own without a manager. It seems like, I guess. I don't know. And then they go, oh, well, you know, they started giving this whole like little ramble about how they could make it better for me, and I would be the top 0.1%. And I'm like,
You
yeah,
think you have
okay,
proof of
whatever.
that? You have proof of that.
They
Who
didn't
you?
show proof. They didn't show proof. So, and also, they're going off of this. I should put them on blast. Hold on. They went by this name like Ave Marie or some shit on what's it called on Instagram.
Okay.
Ava Lumine is what they go by. So all of a sudden, I go, I'm going to try this on my own first and at my own pace. And if it works out and starts growing and everything is going the way I'm hoping it's going, then maybe then. Because I'm trying to get them to shut up and leave me alone. I think right now it's too early to start doing this. I already made it to the top 25 on my own as it is, and I started this for fun and for extra money. They go, that's amazing. You've already proven that you have what it takes to succeed, which is huge. And then they started going into like, but we can help you more. And like doing this little sales pitch. But then they respect my decision. But you already have the potential to be in the top 1%, but the difference between those who make it and those who don't, they don't wait. So pretty much I have to act now. Which, again, scam. Like, why are you pressuring me?
Yeah. Why are you pressuring me? Why are you pressuring to do a contract where you show no proof that
right.
you made the one? If you were so highly touted, there'd be many people that'd be out of the 1%. Also, where's your clientele? I'm just like, bro,
Exactly.
like people are not stupid, bro. Like, whatever.
And it says if you're even slightly serious about taking this to the next level, let's at least chat about how we can make you more with less work. Less work? What do you mean by that? Like, I'm the one taking the pictures. What are you doing?
What work is there? You just put a picture, do a time. Well, I don't want to belittle you on that, Sin, but like,
no. It's true. It's like, what, are you gonna be the one that spreads the girl's ass cheeks? Like, what are you doing? Like, what's the hard work? Like, I don't get it. Like what the fuck?
Like, let's just say you do the thing, right? What they're gonna do is they're gonna charge you for a photographer, they'll charge you for studio, they'll charge you for
real. Yeah.
So, but let's just say it's that you're paying more what you could do on your own. Like that's how they get. That's how they get you.
And then all of a sudden she ends with no pressure. But don't let this be one of those I wish I started sooner moments, and then gives me a winky face. And then 2 days later, hey Sin, I have an option for you. If you didn't make it into the top 10% this week. So now she's trying to make a deal. Then you can contact me and we'll fix the deal. Now I didn't answer her. And then all of a sudden 2 days later, hey Sin, I found out you're doing some big mistakes. This is how she's coming off. You literally killing your only. She says I'm killing my OnlyFans and my Instagram, and you know why? Apparently, unbeknownst to me, your promotions you're paying for are fake. I paid for fake promotions in the first week of my OnlyFans. Really, I had no fucking idea I did that. She's accusing me of something I had nothing to do with. With what the fuck? And then, and then stay safe from these scammers. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. Because one person followed me and she said, this random bot followed me and she said, yeah, that person's a scam. And you just focus on increasing the quality of your content. Don't run for an easy way to grow your Instagram. Remember, sex sells itself. All you need is a good reach on your social media. You're trying to grow your OnlyFans, but you need to grow your socials. Because if you keep doing like this, you'll waste all your potential and will never come to the top 0.1%. You have a lot of potential. You're very hot, so don't waste it. Bro, that's what they say to you.
Bro, it's not that serious.
It isn't.
Like, wait, do people actually think you could be a millionaire by doing this shit? It's rare. It's rare to do all that. It's very rare. I'll be like this. For you to make any type of good money on it, you really have to sell. Yep. You have to really sell out. I'm talking about you gotta do collaborations. You gotta do like requests. Like you gotta get into fetishes. Like what this becomes. I don't know. Are you familiar with the red light district The concept of the red light
Yes.
district. Okay, in
Yes.
Amsterdam, literally, people do stupid, crazy shit publicly, and it's like when you see one thing, you see it all. And the problem is that if you really want, if people want to take this seriously, I don't know if you agree with me or not, but if you want to be on top, you got to be something that you're not, and you have to live with
Right.
that for a while. Like you gotta look yourself in the mirror and
Yeah.
say to yourself, "Did I really do that shit?" But for most people, they
Exactly.
just do it for fun. No,
Yep.
most people are
And
gooners. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I love that Kia said Kiboga of OnlyFans scammers. Literally, that's why I did that because I watch him all the time, and that's why I loved it because I loved fucking with him at that point because it's like I know you're trying to scam me, and the fact you're trying to scam me through OnlyFans, and then here's another reason why I made my OnlyFans a paid page. And also I recommend like if you're gonna start an OnlyFans, please do not do free promos. If you're a paid page, do free promos because what you're going to get is a bunch of freeloaders who do not interact with you. They're going to expect free nudes and free anything, like the person I talked about earlier. But also, you're going to get like people from doing scams and shit. And I heard about this thing too, where it kind of scared me a little bit
Mm-hmm.
because what some of these people will do is they'll go on free pages of OnlyFans girls, and they'll take some of the nudes that are free or whatever, and they'll take them. They'll act like that person on, say, Instagram. They'll talk to like a 16-year-old boy and be like, "Oh hi," they'll try to be like a real person, and then but I've seen some of these messages. They get like really like pushy. They start sending pictures of themselves, and they start sending the pictures of the girl that they're trying to portray as in lingerie or things like that. And they're like, send me your pictures. And they'll try to get these boys, technically, I mean, from 16 to early 20s, to send pictures of themselves nude. And then they'll take those screenshots and they'll be like, well, I'm going to send these to all your family members if you don't pay up right now. And they'll tell you you have to pay like $20,000 or something. Like, what are you going to get from a 16-year-old boy, first of all, who lives with his parents, odds are, in their
Right.
basement? Like, what are they going to pay you? But they try to scare them and be like, I'm going to send this to your friends and your mom, your dad, da, da, da. And then some of them do. And I've heard some stories like some of these kids have committed suicide from it. And it's like, that's so fucked up. And I don't, that's why I also wanted my page to be free, or not free, paid as well, because I don't want that happening as well. I don't want someone taking my phone. Like, first of all, creepy. And I've heard some other horror stories with that as well, where people take your pictures and they find your personal Instagram and try to blackmail you with
Or
that.
you could do an
Um,
echo. Or you could do an echo and go into a VC with a bunch of fucking gooners that can't pay for
mhm.
OnlyFans. So there's that. But I digress. Please continue.
um, well, here's the thing. I made. Should I talk about that? I don't know if I should.
If you want
Um,
to. Well, listen, Sin. Whatever you feel comfy talking about, I'm just here along for a ride, buddy.
I told Echo, I don't know what at first I was like, I don't know what you showed. I don't
Wait,
know
wait,
what
wait,
you
go,
did.
wait. I'm sorry. Rewind. Start from the beginning. What happened with Echo?
So,
If you
so
want to,
back
cause
when,
like, yeah.
yeah, so back when the whole thing started with Echo, he sent me an apology, one of those apologies, and I was confused. And then I saw on Twitter, I saw Leia say, like these nudes got leaked, and I'm sitting there kind of like I don't know, I guess like as a defense mechanism. I was like, surely he didn't mean to send that to me. It was probably an accident because it's copy and pasted.
Right.
And I'm sitting there like, okay, I'm fine. And I was living pretty oblivious to it. And
I
then
do.
huh?
I do have one quick question. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but um, what if you don't have to answer if you want? But what? How did Echo? How can I put it like this? Was there something Echo said to you that were like, okay, here Echo, here's something for you, or was it through pity, or was he like actually convincing you, like what, like how did that all start, or did he steal it from? Did he steal it from somewhere?
No, I gave in to him. Um, because he was messaging me and he was doing this whole thing, and it was kind of more of like, shoe kind of,
Yeah,
yeah,
so
I
like
mean,
here, fucking here, give it. Okay.
yeah. I've never, yeah, no, it was more like that. So then I find out that all this Echo stuff happened,
Mm-hmm.
and I got the apology, and I'm like, okay, well, maybe he sent it to me on accident. Okay, yeah, and I kind of lived with that for like, I guess, 3 weeks until fucking Skelly messages me on Twitter, and I was like, you know what, I could have done way better off without this. I was living my best life until you showed up with
Hell
this.
yeah.
And I even told him, I go, I don't know if this is an apology because you guys got caught, or if you mean it, because, and he even acknowledged how he has always called me a whore and all this stuff, and I was like, well, then why are you? I don't get it. Like, I just don't get the whole thing in general.
You
But
get it. You get it. But you know why.
yeah, but yeah, but like, I wish you didn't reach out to me. I was better off without you reaching out to me, honestly. And he was like, okay, well, bye. Like, real quick. Like, he said some other stuff, and then he was like, okay, bye. So that was the end of that conversation. And then I'm watching as all that was unfolding, and I wanted to stay as silent as possible. I wasn't trying to get myself involved because it was kind of embarrassing too. And then and I'll be honest too, you had other people who were like, well, if you didn't charge him for it, well,
What
it
does
was
that have
kind
to
of
do with
made to feel
anything?
like,
No, I'm
well, that's the
sorry.
thing.
Wait, time out. I'm sorry. As your friend, I'm
Yeah.
gonna defend you on that. What does it matter if you charge them or not? Like again, I love how maggot charge them. God bless you, charge them. You got your back, honey. God bless you. It's still, what does that mean? Because sure, you paid, Echo paid you, but those nudes were given to other people. They were shown with other people in mind. And you don't know where those news have been going to. They could go to other people, other Discord groups,
Websites.
it could websites and whatnot. We speak about how Flally's saying that you don't want someone to use your news against your kid or whatever the case is. Well, the thing is that it doesn't matter. It's you, like you again. You can say that now because you figure that the damage will be minimum, but it could be a lot worse. You could be like, you could have embarrassment. It could hurt. And the thing is that, oh, like Xylee of all fucking people was saying that, oh, the women knew what they were doing when that happened to them. Really?
No, no.
Let's put this in context. There was warning signs when it came to Echo. Everyone talked about Echo. For people to say it was just like it came out of nowhere was complete bullshit. Bird wasn't the only one that knew about that shit. Everyone, the DMs with Emmy, the DMs with a lot of other people, it was there. And I bet you there will be a lot worse things behind the scenes of VCs, but I digress. If it was your sister, if it was your best friend, if it's your whoever, right, that Echoes took
Yeah.
those nudes from, you would be asking for blood. This whole thing about, oh, we want to keep it quiet, we don't want to record echo, and that's the other thing. I don't know if you heard me in beginning before this interview. These people love recording other people, whether it be Ember Lily, whether it be Burn, whether it be any Tom, Dick, and Harry. Hell, people. Flyleaf recorded. I think Flyleaf recorded. Barwick's. About. I don't know if they're wife or whatever. Barwick's partner, Kaylee versus Leia through a fucking dumb battle, right? But Echo
Yeah.
never got. But Echo never got recorded at all. So again, I love how people put blame on the women, instead of thinking to themselves, "Hey, That could be my sister. That could be my this. That could be my that. You got to think of it like that. But I'm sorry, I went on a rant because you're my guy, Shin, and I don't like that people do that to you, and whatever. And also, there were other people that it happened to that I like. I care about Sin. Sin and I have been cool, whatever, whatever. But I got love for other people, and I don't like how other people got exposed on that. And this is not because I want to be Sin's friend because of oh my gosh, Sin's OnlyFans. No, this is a principal fucking thing.
Yeah,
Sin could.
and that's
Yeah, sorry, go.
yeah. Oh no, I was gonna say too, like I mean the one person, like even though I was going through that too, and I didn't at that time I didn't know who showed what of me.
Yeah.
I didn't know what was shown. But I was worried about Lady Nerd Artist because I heard her. I was in that same call with her. Um and then I heard the other call she was in too, and I don't know. When I had that one call where me and her were both in it, I messaged her being like, it's okay, as she was going through it and yelling about it, and you could tell she was about to cry. I was talking to her in DMs in the background and just being like, here. And then I gave her an invite to my server to be like, here's a place you could just vent. Because in my server, the people in there know that that happened to me, and we can talk about it in there if you feel comfortable enough. Um, Stuff like that. But I was more focused at that time on her and making sure she was okay in that first like week or two of me and her interacting. We knew of each other
Mm-hmm.
beforehand, but we never connected until that point. But I was more worried about her than what was going on with me, even though I was in the same situation. But um, I hey, so when I started my OnlyFans, I messaged Echo. I had him blocked, and I unblocked him, and then I messaged him, and I go, "Hey, we need to talk."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Yeah," and you could tell by the way he was
Excuse me.
typing, he was kind of scared. It seemed like he was kind of scared to like talk a little bit. Um, but I was like, hey, I never came into this community for bad blood. I'm not that type. I'm not the type that's gonna sit in calls and debate and things like that. That's just not who I am. Um, I don't want bad blood with people. And now that I know that I was shown in those calls, like I don't even know if I want to know what was shown. But the fact of the matter is, I was shown, and we need to talk about that because you know I, like it's unfair, it's unfair. And he was like, yeah, no, so we came to a deal where I told him, you pay me, and I'm not going to say the amount or anything like that, but pay me anything from this point on. And I told him straight up, anything from this point forward, you're only going to get through OnlyFans if you choose to subscribe to it and buy it, because otherwise I'm not sending it. We're not doing that anymore. Like like what you taught me through this was that I needed to charge you, and if I was going to do that, I might as well have also started an OnlyFans. So you taught me I should have charged for this shit, and yeah, now you blew it. So now you're going to have to pay for it from this point forward, if you want anything else, and that's just how it's going to go. And he was fine with it, and he was like, pretty much saying like, paying for a friendship back. Well, yeah, kind of, because you blew it. I was always nice to him,
Mm-hmm.
so the fact you burned me, yeah, it's no, you're not gonna get over on me like that. I will be nice until you burn me. But let me one more thing. Let me go deal with this real quick.
Now, do you think we'll wait for Sin to come back while I read chat? 1 second. Did I do it? Oh yeah. Or did I? Oh, did I exit out? Hold on. Go. 1 second. Why is it not going? Done. My
Sorry.
character. No, that's okay. That's okay. But you were saying about Echo?
Oh, so yeah, like I was telling him like, yeah, you blew it from this point. Like now that I know you did that, and I don't know if you're gonna do it again. I hope not. But just looking out for myself, I'm charging you from this point forward. Like, and he was down for that. He was actually my first subscriber
Oh
um
my
on
god!
my own. But yeah, I told him, yeah, I don't want bad blood, but I'll work with you on this, and this is how it's gonna work, and you're gonna pretty much play by my rules at this point. We're not doing this. I just don't want drama in my life. I'm over
So
it. I'm over that
so
whole
ba-
shit.
no. So basically, like you spoke. So I'm assuming you spoke with Echo, as you said, and then
Yeah.
like you feel like the apology was sufficient. So like
Yes.
once you got the apology, like I understand you don't want blah blah, but why would you then offer him the OnlyFans? Like why even tell him that? Like why giving a drug to a drug addict for, in a sense?
Because I knew he would pay for it, honestly. I mean, let's be real. He was gonna do it. I mean, and I told him, I was like I said, this is you're not gonna get free shit anymore. If you want shit from me, you're gonna have to pay for it. You blew it. You blew it the first time, so now you're gonna have to pay for it because I should have done that from the fucking beginning. But,
So I'm guessing he's not going to get a free year subscription to your OnlyFans.
unless he needs to buy it. Unless he needs to buy it. Yeah. So I have this deal with him right now. See how it goes. But yeah, I yeah.
Damn, look at you being a moneymaker, my guy. Damn.
He fucked with
So
the fucked with a Sicilian, dude. He fucked with me.
no, nah, bro. I would figure you were like, I'll make an offer he can't refuse, and he can't refuse it.
Yeah.
I do want to ask, like, when you were talking with Echo, was he being echoey? Like, was he like being a little bit too desperate, or was he like on his own best behavior?
He okay. He was on his best behavior, but there was the little echo coming through, sneaking his way in here and there. There are some comments, but I mean, I'm not going to go all into it. But
Oh,
yeah,
no, of
he did
course, of course.
little echo thing, saying things. But yeah, just echoing around in my
Like,
DMs.
has he
Yeah,
has been in contact with you? I mean, besides asking for pictures, has he reached out to you at all through DMs and whatnot?
yeah, he has. Like I asked him, what would be the best place for you to pay me? There's that, and then
He
there's been
asked that
other
shit.
ones where
Oh God.
no, actually, I asked that.
Oh, okay, okay,
And
okay.
then yeah, I was like, just tell me which one works for you, and I'll send that link over. And then there was the him trying to flirt, I guess.
He was trying to
So there's
flirt
that.
with you. Oh no. Oh no. What was she like? Hey, can I pay you $250 so I can watch you and your man have the time? I said it because she
Oh,
actually wrote this in a DM to someone.
no, he's done it to me too. He's done it to me too. He's remember I told you he like kind of played detective when he found out I went to Vegas, and then Salvo was saying he wanted to go to Vegas and things like
Yeah.
that. And he was like, I know you guys did some stuff. Like he was like playing like Sherlock Holmes for a second. And I was like, good job. Like you found out I was in Vegas because he saw a picture of me with the Vegas sign behind me. And then Salvo constantly like giving hints and things like that. So but he he wanted details about the
The trip.
Vegas trip. Yeah. So
He sounded like a fuck. You know what he sounded like? He sounded like an incel wanted to live through someone's experience in Vegas. I'm like,
but what got to me was this is the same guy who also made a video about Salvo calling him a degen and things like that. So it's funny that Salvo, you're saying Salvo's all these things. You're saying he's a sex pest, a degen, da 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 da. And yeah,
Start doing triages.
you want to know what all these things we did? Like I don't understand.
Supposedly did. That's like you
Yeah.
were so hot and bothered that the person you don't like the most, you went to the intimate details. Like
Yeah.
that's so weird. Like imagine if Salvo
past week.
did an OnlyFans and had recordings of his debauchery. How much do you bet he would pay for it? He would say one side, "Oh, he's a bad person," but the other, he would be like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh like what?"
I can't hear you.
Echo, please.
No,
Echo,
I think he would.
Echo.
Can you prescribe me some?
I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot, and he wanted all those details about the Vegas trip, any other things that have happened that people shouldn't know about. And it's like, come on, dude, I'm not spilling shit out like that. Like that's not like I may have just came around the community like 3 years ago, like active, but I've been watching the commentary community since 2014, 2015. So I know how things work, and like I hate when people come to me being like, so, like asking questions like that, like personal shit.
But you know what? You know what commentary fails to do that common sense people like us do. Like you live on one coast. I live in New York, but we both have the same mindset of like just keep your mouth shut and always listen. Just stay quiet. No one needs to know about anything, and then keep it like that. Because at what point, like, what's the point of you telling someone about your business? You know what I mean?
Exactly.
And then, like,
and it gets you in trouble.
It gets you into trouble, of course. You see people in commentary talk about they talk about like I went through a dark place in my life, and that you were there for me, and then like I was there for you, like on some more effing shit, like. And and I'm talking about Burn because again, Burn, I want to remind you. Sorry, Sin, but I want to remind you that you said this on stream. You said this that like you went so far out of your depth to say this shit because you felt hurt. If you kept your mouth shut and didn't say anything, no one would know that that's your trigger. Anyways, that's the thing. And the thing is that if you are such a sex pest and you hate someone so much, but you want to watch them fuck, it's bro. Just admit to it. You're a weird bastard. It's okay. You want to see people have the sexy time? Whatever. Okay, great. Like, guys, I put it to you like this: we cannot be out here shaming OnlyFans people. We cannot be shaming people that are showing the booba. No, we cannot do all that. We have to appreciate people for it, and like.
And that's the thing too. It's like I've been called a whore for 3 years now, even before I did all this. I'm used to it. But
especially our mutual friend. You know our mutual friend.
Yeah.
I want to because of the mutual friend that's down on his luck and he's like, I need to pick me up. I'm like, you get the gooners any way, shape, or form, and in any size, shape, or form. I'm just here because I'm just here to say that I'm here to say yes. I subscribe to the page. I'm a supporter. I'm not ashamed of it. And no, I'm not getting things for free. And no, even if I did get a free thing to this page, I ain't gonna give it to you. Nothing in life comes for free. Yep, and granted, exactly. I'm her friend. Here's the thing between me and everyone else. I'm Sin's friend. How I would never, and you can answer truthfully. Have I ever said to you, "Hey, can I get a discount? Can I get this for free?" The thing is, folks, gooners worldwide, gooners in Hell's Kitchen or whatever you want to call it. Just because you know someone from OnlyFans does not mean you get shit for free or you get something at a discount. You want it, you gotta earn it. You gotta like them, comment on them comments, and you gotta promote. I ain't got no
And
shame.
funny enough,
What?
I was the one that gave you a discount after you had already subscribed. I gave you the discount, and you told me I didn't have to do that. It's like I'm giving you 12 months. Like I think it was like 40 or 50% off for 12 months. I did that on my own because you were supporting me and helping me out there, and you didn't ask for that. So there's that. Just to add to
See,
it, I was the
is
one that
that
gave you a discount.
but the thing is that's exactly and like and look the thing is that what I notice about this community is that it's either you people think you suicide bait or you're very horny. You know what? I'm a very loving and emotional person. And yes, sure,
Yeah.
I'm a gooner. I'm proud of it. Fuck it. If there are sexy ladies that want to give me discounts and shit, or they want to give me free shit, okay. I'm sorry I'm lovable. I'm sorry I'm a good person. I'm sorry that fucking like whatever the case is. It's just that because power is not having it. Power is knowing what it's just that you don't need to use it, which shows you have the real power and stuff. But a few more things because I don't want to take too much of your time, and I really do appreciate you being here and interacting and coming back as a guest. Um,
Yeah.
I want to switch gears for a little bit, if I may. As I could see behind you, you are a gamer. You
Yes.
got that PlayStation. We have spoken quite a bit here and there, and I'd be looking at your Discord about like, oh, Huggy, I finished another game. What the fuck you mean you finished another game? Like you like you're on your shit. So I asked this. What is your opinion on the Nintendo Switch 2? The price point, the game, the prices of the games. I would like to hear
I
you.
think yeah. I think it's too much for starting off. First off, it's too much, and $80 for a fucking Switch game is ridiculous. When I could buy a collector's digital collector edition for PlayStation for the same price, I think that's fucking stupid. It's so stupid. And also, I already have my Animal Crossing Switch. It's actually over here. I already have that, and I'm waiting. If I ever buy a Switch 2, I'm waiting until they have either another Animal Crossing version so I can update this one. So, or if they have one that I think is cuter than this, then sure, I'll update it. But I think what they're gonna do is when it first comes out, yeah, it's gonna be whatever price it was, so what 400
450.
something bucks.
No, technically you could get it
450.
cheaper if you know Japanese. And if you
Yeah,
import it,
if you go to Japan, if you fly to Japan and you can get it cheaper for the right price, which is 300, which to me is still pretty fucking pricey for 300 something dollars for a Switch 2. I feel like the 200 range is about right for a Switch, but regardless, I think they're doing it, of course, because it's launched and everybody's going to be so excited. They're going to milk it. But then, just like everything else, they're going to switch it up and then be like, 169. Like, I feel like they're going to do that eventually. Like, especially when Christmas comes around. They're going to drop the price of it. And hopefully they do. I mean, within 4 months, I would expect a price slash, definitely, of some
okay,
type.
okay. So
I have so many opinions about it.
are you a Zelda? Are you mainly Zelda, Mario, Donkey Kong? Like,
Okay. So of course Animal Crossing, Pokemon, of course.
mhm.
Funny enough, I'm not a Switch person. I don't play on this that often. And the only thing I do is I'll do my Animal Crossing or do my Pokemon. But then I'll play like Famicom Detective. I don't know if you've heard of that.
Ooh,
I play like visual novels on my Switch. I love playing visual novels in general.
okay.
And I have some on my PlayStation, but I prefer it on my Switch. And then I'll play the Atelier games, the Atelier series on both systems. But I kind of preferred it on my Switch, honestly. But those games I'll play. I'll play like a lot of like horror visual novels on my Switch more
What
so.
about
But
Dustborn? The new Elden, the new From Software game. Would you be turning to that one?
probably. I haven't bought games in a few months, honestly. Um,
I
yeah,
know
I'd probably
one
play
game.
it.
I know one game you're definitely gonna buy, and let me know if I'm right.
Okay.
The Oblivion remake.
Yes, I am. Yeah, I have to. I
The
have
Oblivion
to.
remake. I
There's no
mean,
way.
come on. I know you,
I,
girl. Come on.
I have all the editions of Skyrim that are out there. I have it on my Switch. I have it on my PlayStation, my PC. I have it on every system you can get it on, and I bought every edition. The anniversary, the PS3 special edition that had all the DLCs, and then I had the Game of the Year edition of Oblivion for PS3. So, and I have it on my PC. So on my PC, I have all the Elder Scrolls games, and then I was big on Elder Scrolls Online. Like I was a
Oh
whale
boy.
on that game. So, but it sucks that it's not cross compatibility
Yo,
because
to be honest with you, if it was cross platform, you would be my sugar mama. I'm like, Sin, can you help me with this? Sin, can you?
oh
I'm
my
like,
god, it's crazy because I was building people armor and shit, and I wouldn't even sell. I would have made so much gold in that game, and I didn't. I was making people like if we were doing a trial, I like a raid, I would be like, okay, what's your setup? I knew the game so well, and how it worked that I would be like, okay, like what do you need? Okay, this armor would work best with what your build is, and I would make it for them, and I would just hand them out because I was playing the game for so long that I had a craft bag that was loaded with shit in it, and I had it one character made for making things. I had one that was for just PvP. And that's the other thing too. I don't know if I ever told you about that. I had a PvP wood elf character because the meta of ESO around this time now it's changed because wood elves were considered very very weak um, in PvP, but just in general in the game. Um, they were considered weak. They were underpowered, and also I was like, okay, I'll do that. But what weapon is underpowered? What is a weapon that nobody plays with in PvP?
mm-hmm.
Bow. So I'll make a bow, warden, wood elf. So I was using like freeze as my defense, and like I was doing ice stuff, and like it was funny. It's so pretty, first of all, to look at, but then second off, it was such a like I called it like a troll like account because it was so overpowered for what it was, and it shouldn't have been. For a Bobo PvP character that was a wood elf. It didn't make sense, and I was getting like 33. Like my best was like 33 kills and 2 deaths. That was my best on that build
Ooh.
in PvP. And a lot of people were like getting pissed off. It was fun. It was really fun. That was like 3-4 years ago. I was doing that. And I was also playing Final Fantasy Online as well. That was
Oh
the other
boy.
one.
Oh,
That
bro.
was fun. And I want to get to it.
You should, bro. Did I ever tell you I got bullied into playing World of Warcraft, and that
No.
no one, my friend had a girlfriend, and they wanted to play World of Warcraft, so he didn't want to be addicted by himself. So he was like, "Go play this now." I'm like, "Okay, fine." So I bought all the editions. I bought Mr. Pandas. I bought all these in, and I was like
Yeah.
miserable. I was miserable. I had to pay $15 a month just so my friend could go and not be addicted by himself. And then when he ran
Yeah.
away and didn't want to play anymore, I got stuck.
You were. Yeah.
I played a little bit of it, and then I said, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this anymore." Bah. So I stopped playing it.
I feel that. I feel that because I made a friend on Final Fantasy Online, and I was playing the game with him a lot, and it was so funny because so ERP, if you don't know what that is, it's erotic role playing,
Oh
and
boy.
ERP is a big, big thing in Final Fantasy Online. Um, and I met this guy who was really into it, kind of. Like it was like one of his little side quest hobbies at night. But I met him randomly, and we were both in the PvP area, and I was just shopping for stuff. It was so funny. It's so weird. I remember my character was just standing there just shopping, and he messaged me to hang out and stuff, which I've gotten these messages from these guys before, because legit, there's these guys that will act like pimps, and they try to recruit your character into their little pimp thing
Get the fuck
that
out
they
of
have
here.
going on. Yeah, and I've walked in. Okay, so there's servers in Final Fantasy. Now there's some servers that are more well known for PvP, ERP, where I went to one of my first characters. I had no idea what servers were good for what. I didn't know that was a thing yet when I first started. So I made one character, and I started out in one of the servers that ended up being really big for ERP. And I've walked into some shit that is so out there. There's this one race, God, I forget the name now, but they're like big green people. And the women, the female archetype of that race is like, they call them dommy mommies because they're like muscular and all this shit. But you have people that will pick that race, the female archetype, and they'll walk around in the 2B leggings and boots, and they'll wear like all leather, and they're doing like flexing, and people will buy into it, and they'll want like stuff from them and like to sex with them, pretty much, essentially. But the thing is, you don't know who's behind the screen, of course. So the cat girl you're talking to could totally be a 50-year-old man in a basement. Like, that's the funny part to me. They don't care. Like, I was playing like an aura, which is half human, half dragon, and I didn't know that was pretty popular in the ERP world. That race, the cat girl race and the bunny girl race, was the popular ones for that, which were all the prettiest race that you can go for in the game, in my opinion. Like, instead of going just pure human, you know. But I do want to get back into it. I do miss it a lot. I spent hours into that game, and I was already into like let's see, Endwalker was when I stopped playing it. I think Shadowrunners was the last chapter before that. So I was on that last chapter before Endwalker. And that's when I got involved into all this, and I put it down, sadly. So I've thought about it multiple times, getting back into it, making a new character, which sucks because it means I would have to repurchase everything again because it doesn't transfer over for some reason.
Would you now? Let me ask you something. Would you like if you had a decent setup? Would you stream?
Would I stream?
Yeah, gaming stuff. Because bro, I've been not begging. I've been asking, can you please stream? I need to see you stream. So you know what got me into wanting to ask you to stream was when you came out of your mouth and you told me, yeah, I did all the endings for Nier Replicant. And I'm like,
yes.
What? How many endings are there?
There's 5 or 6 endings. And one of the endings I had to look up a roadmap, essentially. So one ending was the first ending you got with. Then you play it again. And then you had to pick a different option. One ending, you have to get 100 of the secret weapons. And then another ending, you get 2 choices. And then you pick one choice, you get ending D. And then if you want to go back and get the last ending, which would technically be the true ending, you had to play the last hour of the game again, which I did. So I did all that, and I did the same so that was Nier Replicant, and then I did the same for Nier Automata. But that one's easier to get all the endings, and it's really weird because it makes you, like, a lot of it has to do with deleting your save file, and the whole thing is like you're helping other humans. It's really cool. I totally recommend it because it's such I don't know how to describe it. It makes you feel like you're in peril and you really need to help other people, and it's like, oh my god, this is it. Like, it's really cool. It's a really cool experience. A lot of people gave Nier Replicant shit for some reason. I actually liked it. I kind of preferred it over Automata, even though I liked Automata's style more. I liked the story of Nier Replicant a lot. It really hooked me.
the thing is that that's what got me wanting to ask you, because for someone to do all the fucking endings and know it by do it so well, you did it within like a week. Like you started on a Sunday, then on a Saturday you're like, "Fuck yeah, I finished it." What did you finish, dear replicant? Oh, did you get the what? And then you told me I got A, B, C, D, E, F. I'm like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah.
When I did Elden Ring, there are three main endings of the game. There's the regular smuggler ending. There is something called the Age of Stars, which is you gotta follow a quest line, and the quest line gives you the most hardest bosses you can face. Then in the third ending, you basically have to sell your soul, and then, but whatever the case is, right?
Yeah.
What I did was not compare what you fucking did. You did every fucking thing. Like,
I try to 100% it.
like if
I
you
try to
for which one?
any game I play, I have like this OCD where I'm like, I'm gonna get every trophy and I'm gonna do it all, and I look them up and like how to figure out like how to get which trophy and like what's the easiest way to get it. And I like a lot of my games are like at 98%. A lot of them, because a lot of
What?
them have like New Game Plus or something.
So what? Okay, so I know you haven't been buying games that recently, but what is one game you're playing now at this moment?
Yakuza 6, Song of Life. That's the one I've been playing
Oh
when I
boy!
have free time.
Oh boy!
I've been playing them in chronological order. I started from
Zero,
Yakuza
one,
0 and I went.
two, three. Okay, I get it. What about pirate? What about the pirate one?
I still have to buy that. I have to buy that one and oh my god, what's the other one?
Like a
The
dragon?
one that came before. Like a Dragon. I have the Like a Dragon, the first one.
Infinite
It's
wealth.
Infinite Wealth. That's the one I have to buy. Those two, the Pirate and Infinite Wealth. I have to buy those two. Also, I thought PlayStation Plus gave me Judgment 2 for free, and I checked again because like after I'm done with Yakuza 6, I have to play Judgment. And I have bought Judgment 1, but I could have sworn I had Judgment 2, but I guess I didn't. Oh, and I forgot. The last game I did buy though was The Bed We Made.
What's
That
that
was the
about?
last game I bought. It's a pretty much like point and click detective game. So,
Wow. Okay.
and it's based in like the 1940s in Montreal, and you're playing a maid who's going through hotel rooms, and you're trying to figure out like like a murder mystery, I guess. Some type of mystery is going on, and you're pretty much snooping around trying to find things. Is what it is. It's pretty cool. I liked it so far. There's a lot of puzzles and stuff in it. I like going through the rooms and I'm literally reading every letter I find. Because there's a lot and you'll find like different codes and like it's pretty cool. Um, but I've been playing that one for like 15 minutes here and there. Not really. It's mostly like before bed kind of thing. I wish they had it again on the Switch because I would have preferred it on my Switch, but they only have it on Steam and PlayStation and I think
would you get
Xbox for
would you
now.
get on Steam Deck?
Steam Deck? I probably would. I thought about it before, but I don't know why I never bought it.
I think a
Forget
Steam
why.
Deck. I think a Steam Deck would be like. This is just my recommendation. If you want to get into, if you want to do PC games, right? Then
Yeah.
you could family share. You could do family share. So, like for instance, I have. Let's just say we family share together. Like we share. Like if you have Steam, I have Steam. You can actually borrow my account, and you can play the game, play anything you want. So like
Yeah.
if you do have like you could actually but so it is just an idea you have I have where instead of you having to be on PlayStation, you could be playing things like a dragon on bed without the
Yeah.
PC on. That's an idea.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying?
Oh yeah, no, I probably buy one if I have a chance. I don't know how much they go for now. But
Oh, seven
I probably do.
five to $600. But just one final
Shit.
thing, and again, you've been a wonderful guest as always. Um Now,
you.
in terms of okay, so now with the success you had on OnlyFans, will you be also releasing a throne page or
What's that?
make a wish page?
What are those? I never heard of
You
that.
never know throne? Well, so
No.
basically, like it's like you could add a throne list to your I think OnlyFans or thing, so where gooners or people that are big fans of yours can actually buy you shit. Like,
Oh, I have one. I have one. Because my birthday's on the 22nd, so I made one that was like, hey, like I kind of promoted it. It's like, hey, my birthday's coming up. If you want to, here's this. But um,
okay,
no price
but
yet though.
yes, no,
Yeah.
because
I'll
like
keep
I said, but like I said, guys, I want you guys to please support your, please support those that are willing to promote their beauty, their natural beauty. That's how I like to say it like that. Um, yes. So follow Sin at I'm Sinful on Twitter. I think it's the same thing on Instagram. I think it's
yeah.
the same thing on OnlyFans. I think it's on
It's
OnlyFans.
I know on my here I'll put my Instagram one because it's
You
kind of
got
spelled a little differently. Let me see. Make sure I'm doing it right. I'm sinful. Yeah, I'll type that out. I'm sinful. And then OF is I don't know if I can. Oh, I don't have the ability to link it in
no,
here.
don't put the link. Put the name if you can.
Yeah. Okay.
If
Make
you
sure I
can't
have
write
it.
the link, don't. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I need to make you a mod. I need to make you a mod. I'll make you a mod sometime. Just so I could fucking have you post links to the thing. Oh wait, can I
Yeah.
make? No, I'm thinking out loud. My bad. Sorry. Yes, go follow Sin. Listen. You people be buying cup of coffee for $6 a day. Give $6 to Sin for a whole fucking month. You get
Yeah.
great content. You don't have to worry about no Playboys or X hamster accounts. You get to find a wonderful lady with tasteful stuff, and it's only a cup of coffee. What does it hurt? Okay, and don't worry. If I could, I if listen, there's no commissions. I'm not getting paid to say it, but if I do get paid for it, it doesn't change my fucking mind. Um, 1 second. But let's see. Tell the she got career side on the OnlyFans entry in the commentary section. If she chooses, we got her Twitter link. Yes. Thank you, you lovely fucking people. Okay. With that being said,